Welcome back to the Dragon's Den for some post-programme reaction. The Den is all about negotiation and decision-making for both the Dragons and the entrepreneurs. Here you'll find out why the multimillionaires invested as they did and how the entrepreneurs felt about the decisions they made. We'll hear from Robert Lewis, who was prepared to risk his entire company to secure an investment from Peter Jones.
You've got to believe somebody when they turn around and say, yes, you know what, I've got that order, I know you don't believe me, but I tell you what, if I haven't got it, you can have my business.
And we'll also meet experienced entrepreneur Bob Davis, who managed to conquer his nerves and gain the backing he needed in his new project.
The good news is Hillary, the latest dragon, has invested £50,000 for a 20% share of Unique Ideas. We did it.
But first, Robert Lewis came to the Den offering 10% of his advertising business in return for a £100,000 investment. He left the Den with the money he was seeking, but at a much higher price than he had planned.
I would like to accept Peter's offer.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, having just come out of the Den, I'm pretty relieved. It was everything I expected it would be and more. But obviously I'm delighted to have achieved the deal, and that the product hopefully now is in safe hands, and that I create a good working relationship with Peter and his team to drive it forward. It's a little bit difficult to get your head around, because when you reveal your product, you want big smiles, you don't want people to look disinterested, and you've got to see through it.
He started off an incredibly shaky presentation.
Hi, my name is Robert. My company is Roller Signs, and I'm here today to seek an investment of £100,000 for 10% equity in my company.
But as it started to unfold, I started to get and see the opportunity.
I was slightly perturbed at Peter looking fairly disinterested in boards to start with, and then I thought, no, that's got to be tactics. I hope you like the product. I hope I've explained it clearly enough, and I look forward to your questions. When you go in the Den, you can rehearse your pitch, but you're in extreme circumstances that you're not used to, and therefore it's very difficult to get across all the points that you want to.
Robert, now you mentioned a lot of places where you could sell your product.
Yes.
And one of them was airports.
Yes.
But you haven't sold any to an airport, have you?
It got a little bit fractious at one stage, and I was getting slightly frustrated with myself that I couldn't put the point across that the airports, although a potentially very large market, is anything but the key market where we need to be at the moment. I've appointed resellers to cover Spain and France, a reseller in the US who is just about to take 2 container loads of product. Unfortunately, I was unable to produce the paperwork for that.
Do you know, I'm going to have to see that. I'm going to have to see the email.
I haven't got it on me, it's on my computer. But, you know, there is a substantial demand for the product.
OK, stop there, Robert.
When I realised that I didn't have the piece of paperwork, I actually wasn't too fazed, because I've always believed that the product would stand up on its own merits. We have some good sales and contracts in place, and if they couldn't see through that, then I just done a terrible job.
I would have thought that was a really important piece of paper.
I apologise.
Well, you get the picture. Unfortunately, you get the picture that you built up. Stop talking over me.
My apologies.
I'm out.
I'm not going to make an offer, and so for that reason, I'm out.
You've snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. I wish you the best of luck, but I'm out.
I think what's really hard is that somebody sometimes can come across quite innocently, but come across very shady, because they're saying they've got something, but yet they don't bring it in as evidence. Or they're promising that they can deliver something, but actually don't really know how to deliver it. And I'm sure it's very innocent, particularly in Robert's case, but I can understand why people sit back and think, you know what, there's something about you that I'm not quite sure what it is, but I just don't believe you. I think you have a good product. If you'd brought that piece of paper into the Den that had shown and demonstrated that you had this commitment for an order that would produce $120,000 worth of profit, I'm going to tell you that I would have personally invested in the business and you. If
a whole deal balanced on just one piece of paperwork that unfortunately I hadn't collated the evening before, then I'd have been bitterly disappointed. Probably not as much as my wife, but I'd have been bitterly disappointed. So that's why I gave my little speech to Peter. I don't want to lose you. I know that with your expertise and the whole company environment that can be...
I get that, but you would stake everything on the back of the fact that you've got that order?
100%. 100%.
So it's interesting you picked that number. When I put the offer to say, look, I'll give you a chance here, if you really have got that order, are you willing to lose your company? I'm going to make you an offer for 100% of your business, for £100,000, on the back of this order being proved. And when this order is proved, I'll drop my stake to 49%. You've got to believe somebody when they turn around and say, yes, you know what, I've got that order, I know I have, I know you don't believe me, but I tell you what, if I haven't got it, you can have my business. I think that shows and demonstrates the commitment that actually I'm sure we're going to find that there is an order.
I was open-minded because I knew nothing about Hillary apart from the research I've been able to do online.
I'll make you an offer. 100,000. And I will scale it down to 45% on the same basis that Peter's did.
But Peter, for some reason, yeah, I felt that he would be where I wanted to be.
It's a fantastic product, and I think it's really got legs. And I think that if we get it in the right places, airports first, but actually even cafes, all around London, where you're sitting outside in the summer, I think the market is huge.
I would like to accept Peter's offer.
Congratulations.
Great. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you very much.
The reason I agreed to that is, I think I'm at a point where 51% of something is a lot better than 100% of nothing. And the product should sell extremely well, and so I'm quite happy with the deal.
Bob Davis already has a business providing corporate entertainment. He came to the Den with a new venture and managed to convert new dragon Hilary Devey's enthusiasm for the game into a £50,000 investment.
I'm here in Dragon's Den. Look at me, everybody. What a sense of achievement. And I haven't even told my son yet. I'm struggling to find different words, full of emotion, full of gratitude, full of self-fulfillment. The good news is Hilary, the latest dragon, has invested £50,000 for a 20% share of Unique Ideas. We did it. Thanks. Fortunately, the result was the right result, but it didn't quite happen as smoothly and effectively as it could have done. You don't have any idea how it feels to walk into that den and look at 5 people for the first time. My name is Bob Davis, Managing Director of Unique Ideas UK Limited. When I went up the stairs, I've looked at all these preparations of making a speech and a presentation, and I have to say, I just totally forgot them, and I just said, let's be Bob. So, before we take the cover off, this really has so much potential. 5 revenue streams.
Bob, it better be good. That's all I've got to say.
And I was trying to get over what I've achieved, where I've come from, the idea how it would benefit companies. Dragons, are you ready for the alternative that everyone is waiting for? Bob's Box. And I would welcome any questions, or I would like you to perhaps have a go and take the challenge.
Go on, Hilary.
When I got inside it, I had to have it.
Go for gold. I went in there to set up a separate company. Hadn't realised any of the implications on legalities, totally naive about that.
Right, so you've put money from a company to make it loss-making into a new entity. You want to write off the debt in that old company to start a new company.
I didn't, Peter, I didn't see it that way of writing off any old debt. Had I have known that that's what I should have gone in with by saying, this is new, we want you to move it forward, and the deal is the investment for a share of Unique Ideas, it would have saved me. It might have gone to a different level where people wanted a lot more shares.
But it's not an investable business, and that's why I'm out.
I won't be investing in you. I'm out.
I'm going to wish you the real best of luck, and I'll be watching out for you, but I'm out.
Thank you, dear. That could have been one of those days for the rest of your life when you went, if only I'd have said that or that, I would have had the investment. If I could have my time again and come up the stairs, and if knowing what I've heard now, if I'd have said to you, this is a wonderful addition to my company.
Right, go to the stairs, and come back and say that to me.
Duncan Bannatyne gave me the opportunity of going back down this. Has that happened before? I don't know. Hello, Dragons. My name's Bob Davis, and I'm here today to offer you a share in my company, which is currently very successful in its own marketplace. But we have a new product we want to launch. With your help in marketing, we can move this forward. I looked up and I thought, someone's looking out for you, Bob.
Bob, I could see that working at a corporate event,
yes.
But I could see that bringing to my own business's corporate event. I knew I wanted it, I knew I wanted him, so I was playing my cards very closely to my chest, and I wasn't going to reveal why I wanted it until I actually was prepared to make a bid. I know the other Dragons are going to think I've lost my marbles, but I loved being in the box, I like the concept of it. I'm actually not just in logistics, but I'm also in the event industry. So I'd like to make you an offer. I invested in it because I've got a business that is into events, and I'm trying to grow that portfolio for the event market. 50k for 20% of your new product and of Unique Ideas initially. Once this product's launched and we're getting a return on it, then I will reduce my equity stake to 15%.
Hilary has got so many strengths of logistics distribution. She brings with her the experience of building her own company. That's something it takes a lot to do, and I'm so pleased for her success, and I can't wait to start working with her. Hilary?
I look forward to working with you, Bob. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Hilary. So good to see you again. We'd better get back and start manufacturing some interactive game challenges. I think that, well, I know that you won't be disappointed when you see the story hasn't even started. Yeah. We're not even on half page 1 at the moment.
Brilliant.
With so many things.
Brilliant.
I've got the action plan to move it forward. I obviously need to speak to Hilary and ask for her advice, bring her up to speed with where I think we need to look at, and then obviously when we can agree to move it forward, let's start from tomorrow. And I make you a pledge and a promise now that I won't let you down.
Oh, that's great. I know you won't.
Okay,
anyway.
thank you.
Really look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
All right.
All the best. See you soon. Thanks.
That's it for this week, but remember that the Dragon's Den website has more information about past and present entrepreneurs, and you can follow the programme on Twitter @BBC Dragon's Den.